Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome back, baby. What have we got for them today?
We've got a little video and it's talking about a man who's got 7 different children with 7 different baby mums, yeah? And he's talking about they were both irresponsible when they decided to lay down. Hoof, you're an adult, you're doing what you're doing, boom. You know, the thing comes, she's now found out. He didn't pull out, cool. There's now this issue of a child.
He's in. I'm going to see if I can screenshot. The video might be a bit janky. I'm going to see if I can screen record it. It's from one of the blog pages.
Yeah.
I'm just playing one of them there. I'm going to play it so you can see what we're really talking about.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with.
He's always been very honest from the beginning that he does not want
Glad
children.
you said that.
And
always honest.
He's always on. And you know what? I'm going to openly say I agree with the. I think we're all in agreement here that as women we should be very careful who we're having children with, what we're naming our children, the environments we're bringing our children into, because there's certain foundations that just mean that you are setting your child up for better. And laying down with some random one-night stand is not the best way to go about it. I'm not saying it cannot work out, and I'm not saying that you're any less of a person for if that happens, because we're humans. Who am I to judge you? I'll be judged by the same amount of judgment. But at the same time, we're just saying if you could probably do it under different circumstances, I don't think we're under any false pretense that it would be better if you did have some form of stability. What I was now querying with Tyler,
the crux of the situation.
The crux of the situation is a few videos ago, back in our banks of videos, I made a statement saying that the burden of carrying and raising a child is a lot higher on a woman because of the risks that she has to take, right? And just because the risks are higher for a woman, it doesn't mean we don't still take those risks, yeah? Because he's openly said they were one-night stands, they didn't use protection, they're being careless.
He's openly said he's got with these women and they said there were one-night stands. These women are being careless. He's said he said in the video, I might play it if I can get it. He says to them he does not want a baby.
Yeah.
And he said he could have pull out, but he didn't pull out. So why has she still had the baby?
Because, yes, right.
We don't know. We
can't go into why she's had the baby. But I feel like we're going to be talking about 2 very different things here, right? If you do not want a child, but I want a child, okay, realistically, in the ideal world, I should never be able to force a child on you, yes? But at the same time, if you don't want a child, sweetie.
So why can't I force a child on you? Not in that kind of way. No, let's not start talking stupid. No. I'm just saying.
No, because the risk and the burden and the energy is not on you. Like this gentleman has said, he has 7 kids, and as soon as the baby mothers start calling up and saying, oh, your son, your daughter would like to speak to you, he says, I've never wanted a child, and hangs up, because a man is able to do that.
Do you think he's wrong for that?
You know what? Parts of me don't think he's wrong for that. right?
Let us know in the comments below if you think
Yeah,
it's wrong
if
for
you
that. And make sure you like and subscribe. And
But do you understand where I'm coming from now? Whereby a woman, she's made that choice. Okay, whether or not she made it knowingly or informally or whatever, because we've seen people our age have children and not understand what it really means to have a child until they're 6-7 months down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know when we used
This
to
is
play
a big man though.
This is a big man. It doesn't mean that those are big women.
100%.
That doesn't mean that those are big women.
Cool.
And you could be 30 and still be immature, out partying every weekend. He's saying he's met most of these girls in the club. So now you're starting to understand. There's nothing wrong with a woman who enjoys herself, who goes out, who does all of this stuff, as long as she's safe, as long as she's respecting herself and things like that. So for me, I'm saying, right, and I will stand by it 100% of the time, it is always more common to see a woman carrying the burden of the mistake she made. Or let's not say it's a mistake.
Let's not say it's a mistake.
But he said in his own words that they were irresponsible. So carry the burden of the irresponsibilities they may have gone through.
Let me see where I go wrong with that Rabbit. They're both doing an irresponsible act.
Yeah.
She then becomes more irresponsible due to her carrying out the pregnancy.
Not everyone can for religious reasons, if you can't get rid of a baby for religious reasons, you definitely can't off panty for religious reasons. Okay.
So them two can't match. So they
can match, because
you can't have sex with someone. How can that even be possible?
Because sexual sin is very different to what some religions would call abortion as murder. Because you're ending a life and you're playing God, whereas sexual sin corrupts you and it's a sin on your balance of sin and good. Whereas if you are brought up to believe that aborting a child is murder, murdering someone and simply doing an act which corrupts you, are two very different things. Do you get?
They're two.
Because that would be the same.
Don't they hold life in the same hand as death though, with the same weight?
You've just proven my point. You're playing God with life and death, whereas sexual sin.
No, but that is playing with life, and then aborting's playing with death. So I'm saying if they, and we don't know out of any of these women if any of them were religious. I'm assuming they're not, because I'm saying no one in a religious situation where they believe that killing a baby is so wrong.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
In the same breath would have a baby.
I'm religious and I've still made sinful mistakes. I will hold my hands up and say that I'm sinful. I probably sin. No, I know I sin every single day. There's things that I do that I know I shouldn't do. And just because of sin, the nature of sin, I fall short. But it's just by the grace of God that I'm here. So it's like you cannot judge that individual based on their sin. You have to try and understand it from their point of view. If I say to you now, it's very difficult because you don't have those maternal like hormones and stuff like that, but you're carrying a life inside of you right now. Like that seed has the probability to become a whole person. You're telling me that's an easy decision for you to make?
I don't know. It's a rabbit hole race, because it's so hard for me. It's so hard for me to disconnect, because I've met girls that are down for the cause. In terms of, when I say that, I mean like they're like, of course I'm not having a baby. Like I'm flipping 21. I haven't got a career. I don't have a house. I don't have a job. So I know that there's girls out there. So then when I've met other girls that are like, I'm in an on about the whole baby situation.
So why do you think any less of them?
Because I think, okay, I've met girls, I've met a good range of girls that are on the side of that they understand that having a baby right now.
Let me ask you a question. Do you love all your friends?
That's a bit of a deep one. I have love for my friends. Yeah.
More than a third of them will have been born out of these situations whereby either the mother or the father is not present because either one of the parties did not want a child. Would you wish that they weren't here just because they weren't?
Oh, you're trying to spin the thing.
Am I wrong?
You're spinning it.
No, I'm not spinning it. I'm not spinning it.
You are spinning that whole joint.
It's the same concept.
How is that the same concept?
Because if you're saying that a child should only be brought into this world on the most ideal circumstances, half your friends probably wouldn't be here.
I ain't saying that. First of all, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it has to be.
Is he not?
I'm not saying it has to be the most ideal circumstances. I get life is a B. I 100% get that. However, there's some things on that checklist of life that has to be effing ticked. And if they're not, then the probability is the world's already so screwed. You're then adding a whole nother 50 to 70% of screwage on top of that child. And I just think it's not fair on the child.
I agree. But that's just not the way life works. It ain't going to stop no woman from... If a woman wants... All right, I do not want to speak badly about this couple because I do not know them.
We're not speaking about any couple first.
No, Christian Rock and thingy. She's now had a child. Even though...
Christian Rock and thingy? Which one?
Christiana Rock.
You're lying. And Blueface?
And Blueface are now conceiving a child into the... No, it's okay.
Are you joking with me?
No, it's okay.
Oh, for GBC. Oh,
but,
and that football player?
Yeah, for Rashford. And...
No, not Rashford.
No,
Rashford! No, Rashford is either.
No, I was thinking the one who they made the allegations about.
Yeah, what was it? Greenwood.
Greenwood, not... Oh my God, it's a wood and the food, so it's all blending in together.
Greenwood and the girl are now back together and expecting.
No, you can't laugh.
Is this a different situation we're talking about? Is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Right, but let me. The point I'm trying to make is, these are all public couples that
haven't had the best.
Yeah, that have all experienced public issues.
Yes.
And now they're bringing a real equation, adding to their equations, right? I do not think anyone would fault or blame any one of those children, yeah? And I also do not... Whatever Christiana Rock's intentions are with keeping this child, like, I pray for her, I give her blessings, everything like that. But at the same time, I've got to think, okay, if I was in that position, how would I be feeling? How would... Like, do you know what I mean?
I get what you mean. Let me say one thing, though, and it might be bad... about this whole money can't make you happy. The people we're talking about are in a really elevated situation in life in general. And not unfortunately, they're at a level where they necessarily don't have to have the most stable ground because they have the finances to back that, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. You're talking about Blueface, who isn't really the biggest rapper right now, but he's still got some sort of cash behind him. And Christiana Rock, right now they're a personality couple, so they're still making money. They're still current right now. And then obviously you've got Greenwood, which is a footballer, so he's been making that bank. The child is now in a situation where, and let me not say if the home is unstable, the home's unstable, no matter what kind of money you have. So I understand that. However, that is different to. If we had a couple, if we knew
Stacey and Barry.
Exactly. It's different. And we both know it's different because the money will somewhat supplement the child in terms of what the mum and dad don't have mentally up here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
I mean, yeah, I'll agree with you here. Like, I do think you are right. They are different situations. But I still personally think that as a woman... The choice is more towards you because the burden falls on you. You can either think to yourself, I'm going to live with this guilt for the rest of my life.
I think the burden's on both of them. But
he openly said he does not care.
He openly says he does not care. So the fact that he's saying that as a woman now, what's going through your head? Why are you still bedding him? Why is he still getting through the drawers?
That's none of my business.
I got to say to this to all the women and men out there, yeah, the 59 subs. This is especially for you, no one else, yeah. Watch yourselves and watch who you bring around you sexually or just within your network. Do you know what I mean?
Your network is your net worth. That's my saying. Everyone that knows me knows.
The biggest and the best saying.
Yeah, like your network is your net worth. Like, and it's not to say net worth in terms of monetary value. It's to say that everyone that I have around me is there for purpose. Not like I'm trying to use you, but I know in myself that you are a good seed. Please. And big.
And that, yeah, as you're saying, that's for like for life.
Yeah.
Sexually, and we both understand not everything's planned. And you know what? I'm taking on what Rainey says about the whole. Half of my friends probably we get pregnancy is a big thing, and it's not always planned to perfection, and it will never always be planned to perfection. So I understand that, but you still are you can still control certain things at that time.
I'm not saying like the people you guys are often pant for. I'm like
have to be selective, guys. Do you know what I mean?
Especially, not everything you have to chop. Not every day chop.
Everyone likes a bit of fun. Everyone likes a bit of fun. Oh, you know what it is. If you're gonna do that, let's not cuss anyone out for doing that. Let's say this.
Oh, no, I'm cussing you out for doing that.
I'm not gonna. Ray's gonna cuss you. I'm gonna say this. Protect yourself. That's what I'll be on that side of the fence. I'll be on, if you want to do that.
I'm saying protect yourself, but I'm still going to cuss you out because what are you doing?
Protect yourself, guys. Do not be having, on a deeper level, there's 7 kids now without a dad. That is not good.
No.
That is actually not good. I'm going on a deep thing here. There's now 7 kids out there.
Questioning their worth, questioning why they ain't enough.
And there's some stuff that a dad can't, there's some stuff that mum can't do that a dad does, and there's some stuff that a dad
does that a mum can't do.
Is that right? That dad does that a mum.
So what?
You know what I'm talking about. So now there's going to be 7 kids growing up without a dad, and that is
heartbreaking.
That was American as well, bro. It ain't easy.
And they're black kids, regardless of whatever ethnicity that the mums are. That man is black. And we know the current climate in America with black children and black people in general, and that's not okay.
It's not okay, and they're getting groomed so easily nowadays with social media.
They're getting groomed with both parents in the house.
Yeah, for real. So when you got one parent in the house, she's trying to make ends meet. The child's going to be out gallivanting, and that's when the streets are calling, bro. And the streets will always pick up the child and always turn him into doing some fuckery. But look. That is where we're going to end on that. Do you got any more to say, Rains?
No, I don't. But let us know what you think down in the comments.
Please let us know what you think.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.
Yeah, man.
What do you think? Where does the burden lie more? Do you think it is 50-50? Does the woman take on more? Does the man take on more? I'd like to hear from someone that actually thinks the man takes on more.
Yeah, we'll hear from both. But yeah, we want to hear if the man or woman does take on more. Let's see what you think. The man specifically says at the start he does not want a child, and the women keep the child, and he's got 7 baby mamas and 7 kids.
Some of them understand and they don't contact him.
True.
So is that wrong as well?
It's what
let us know.
Let us know.
See ya.